everybody, how are we doing today? Right, there shouldn't be two of these going at once. I think that's why we had an echo last time. This should make the audio sound a lot better, fingers crossed. How are we guys doing? Yeah, we've got to wait for everyone to arrive. I barely just got FIFA started actually, so need to quickly go through all of these notices and we shall be ready. I've almost forgotten what we're doing. We've got kickoff. So, just now, 11 of the championship games this weekend have taken place. So it means that I can give you a brief reaction, but also it means I've got to look ahead into midweek games. So I've got to do them today. Since Sunday, I'm going to use the time to record my reaction. ADT, welcome to the stream. Jack, also welcome to the stream. 15 points in predictions. Is that telling you my points, or is that telling your points, Owen? Because if that's the case, that's a really good game week. I know I've got a couple right. So Sheffield United, I know I got right, which I was surprised about the comeback, to tell you the truth. And then what else happened? Then Huddersfield won by 2-0. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I got any others right. I think I came close to many, but if those two are right, those are 2 points in themselves, and it's a decent start. You know, I don't really tend to get score predictions right, so it is a rarity when that happens. Right, I just have to get my phone because I had to quickly check what the games are. Classic matches in there. There we go. So we have got to start things off. Bristol City and Nottingham Forest, which I'll both give my reaction to right now. So obviously, I still got to watch the games. I will do that sometime later. And yes, I'll be able to give you a better reaction by, Monday. That's when I'm doing my video, that's right. So, what I think, so Bristol City lost 2-0 to Bournemouth. I just saw that. I just saw Charlie's comment. You've hit 69 points in Gaffer. Well, I tell you what, if you are as proud of getting a 69 as if one of the VIPs in Squid Game is, then I could definitely tell you're a very, very excited guy. Imagine being a Villa fan right now. I know they've thrown it away, haven't they? They were 2-0 up and conceded, I believe, was it 3 goals in the final 10 minutes to Wolves? I mean, fair play to Wolves. They really, really did well. Right, I actually need to check my gaffer. Now, one big blow for my gaffer is that I completely forgot to take out Ben Brereton. Of course, you guys weren't going to tell me to take him out, for the fact that you're trying to catch up with me. But hopefully what it should mean, if anyone's on the bench has done well, they can substitute Brereton off. I'm just quickly checking now. So, right now, I've got 102 points because I've put Goalfest on. So, I've had Zamora in, I had Swift in, Mitrovic, Grant, 4 of them score goals. No, in fact, Brereton did play. But he only played for like a second half period, so he only got 2 points, which is a bit disappointing. Yeah, that's as most as I can get. And unfortunately, Tommy Smith didn't play. A bit frustrating. I could have actually had a couple more points there. Well, to be fair, if Morrison plays tomorrow, then he should substitute Smith's points, actually. Okay, so 102 might not be the most points I get. I actually might get more tomorrow. I've done a Charlie again, and I've only got one prediction right. Oh, okay, that's at least you've got one right. So I know you took Rothrow out. Oh, that would be a blow, wouldn't it? Great win for Town today. What a goal! What a brilliant strike. I couldn't really see the goal too well because of the text. I think that's Brennan Johnson with the goal. What a strike. I mean, what a start. I mean, we've got to talk about Brennan Johnson right here because he, right now, is proving to be one of probably Huddersfield's most important player this season. You know the importance of John Swift for Reading. People need to talk about Brennan Johnson and Nottingham Forest for how important he's been. Look at this. Just the composure, just the fact he makes things happen since drip. Okay, I think Dan Bentley should say that. But what a strike that is. As a Leeds fan, I can't handle people who've won. Well, unfortunately, Leeds weren't good enough. They played a Southampton side, a winless Southampton side, I would remind you. And Broya, of course, a player I know quite a fair bit, got the difference. No shot on target from Leeds either, I believe. So it's not encouraging. Yeah, NFC owners are happy within. Exactly, one of your own, which honestly is the best sort of player you'd want to be thriving in your club. You know, one of your own players, definitely. FIFA cam. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Right, we'll go to half time and change the cam. Ooh, okay. Naki Wells has tried to go near post, but it's a good save by Brice Samba. In real life, Bentley would save that. Yeah, I think so. But Dan Bentley, I think, is an underrated keeper. I need to charge my computer because it's low in battery percentage. Just going to fix that. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be... Well, I don't know. I've not really decided what I'm doing tomorrow, but I was thinking of doing another Colchester career mode one, but I'm really thinking... Oh, my goodness me. I think Matty James should have scored that. I really think... I mean, what I want to do another career mode episode. I also want to spend a weekend recording my reaction video as well to... Well, the review video, basically. That's what I should say. But... I want to do uni work too, so it's interesting. I've got a choice to make, basically. So, I swear to God, this team has gone downhill. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't say a yo-yo club, to be honest with you. I mean, one thing I will say, it is one game, but the problem is, I think Leeds have had more underwhelming performances than really good performances, and Forest have made it too. So, Bristol City missing their missed chances. They're now making it pay, and it's Brennan Johnson again with the goals. Off to Bournemouth next week, very brave, conceding they're unbeaten, but still will be a good day out. I mean, it's all you can do. You only just have to enjoy the occasion when you're playing these good teams. And Bournemouth at the moment, with a lot of confidence and a lot of swag about them as well. But I'm actually relatively chuffed based on my Goalfest decision. I thought Goalfest was going to be a bit of a risk. But I got more points putting that boost on than I did in the away days, to be honest. So I had Mitrovic who scored 2 goals, Colin Grant who scored 1. I had Zamora who scored 1. Oh my gosh, I mean, is that a save or a miss? I tell you what, he would not want it to be a miss. It's an awful miss by James Garner. He needs to be doing better here. And another goal scored was John Swift. So I had 5 goals scored in my Goalfest boost, which I'm relatively chuffed. Why are Leeds United not bothered about going forward? I think part of it is just the challenge of second season syndrome. I know it sounds like, oh, you know, second season syndrome doesn't exist for every team, but it really does. Second season is always the... Oh, that was close. Second season is always the hardest season for any team. It doesn't matter, you know... Next year, if Brentford survive, they'll find next year difficult. I'll guarantee it. It's really down to how they handle it. You know, it's almost like playing football fresh and then playing football next year with a hangover. You know, that is, you know, that's just demonstrating the difficulty they have, to be honest. Remember when... Oh, my goodness me. Forest probably should have scored more than the 2 goals that they got. I think it was Johnson this time. Just over the bar. Remember when you told me that Bielsa's best... I think the thing is, I wouldn't say Bielsa will be entirely to blame. I guess the only thing for what I will say is... I don't know... The fact of the matter is, they're just not creating enough. They're being a bit too... Oh my goodness me, that should have been 3-0. Too easy for Nottingham Forest going forward, but Dan Bentley makes a brilliant save, denying Brennan Johnson his hat-trick. We found out about second season the hard way. Well, exactly. People go through it. Huddersfield got through it. Sheffield United have gone through it. Definitely not as bad as Sheffield United's second season. Oh, I'd agree with that. Leeds are definitely not as bad as that, but it does exist, and different teams deal with it differently. Leeds, you know, for the fact they picked up 1 win, it's good that they've done that, but honestly, they need to do more. I can see Newcastle starting to overtake them now. You know, Southampton have now overtaken Leeds in the table. their only hope really is for Watford to drop down and hoping that Burnley stay rooted in the bottom three. That's Leeds' hope at the moment. You know, I think those two teams will be their biggest competition now going forward. 40 points is a must at this point. It depends on the quality of the bottom three, to be honest. But in terms of I've got bottom four in mind. So I've got Norwich, Sheffield United. No, Sheffield United, they're not in this league now. Norwich, Watford, Burnley and Leeds. I think they'll be the bottom four. It just really depends what order they finish. Davraj Games is silencing the critics thinking that Coventry weren't going to win. I mean, fair play. I didn't predict Coventry to win. I predicted the Blackburn win. I was right not to predict a Coventry win. And actually, for a fair part of that game, I thought I got the scoreline spot on because I predicted 2-1. But obviously, that unfortunate own goal from Kaminsky made it 2-2. And to be fair, I actually think that was the fairest result. I think a draw was satisfied. I thought that was a goal for a minute there. Not gonna lie, no, okay. One change if we did. Should Sean Dyche be sacked? Now that's a question from Harrison. I don't think he should, because I don't know who else they can bring in who will help this team. They've got one way of playing. If Burnley were a triple threat and can play many different ways, then maybe a change of manager wouldn't go amiss. But I can't see anyone else but Dyche saving them from this. Although we did say the same thing about Eddie Howe with Bournemouth. Could be time. It really could be time. It's typical that Burnley has stayed up all those when spending no money, but they look like they spend a bit of money and it looks like they will go down. I mean, to be fair, that money came in one player, really, to be honest. And I felt like they had to try and make some sort of intent. Another brilliant save by Dan Bentley. Wow. Imagine if Newcastle went down. Oh my goodness me. It would be so one-sided. It would not even be funny. We need Colin Grant, says Charlie Brown. Well, I wouldn't even say he's too prolific in the Championship. So you need someone prolific in the Premier League, really, if you're going to need all the help you can get right now. If Leeds go down, it'll be catastrophic. Phillips will go. Oh, we're getting plenty of shots in this game. I'll tell you what, FIFA 22 has made more entertaining games. I'm going to put that out there. All those years, but they're dreadful away from... Yeah, that's the thing. They've still only won once away from home, which I believe was Blackpool. So Coventry, that's why I didn't back Coventry. If it was at home, it would easily be a Coventry win in my books. The fact they were away, despite, you know, Blackburn having the absentees, I still felt Blackburn had a bit enough. And it looked like they did. But it looks like Coventry, to be fair to them, they really did fight well in that second half. But they now need to address their way form. They have got Preston next, but I don't think Preston's the worst team to play up against. The only danger with playing Preston is that they've developed... Well, I was going to say they developed an unbeaten run, but of course they lost quite recently against QPR, haven't they? But at home, Preston are unbeaten, I think, in their last 4 games at home. So... it's going to be quite tricky for Coventry, but definitely capable with their ability. Actually, I think, you know, the bit I was criticising Preston for the most was their defence, but actually it's become one of their assets now, and now they can't score a goal. Nathan Jones at Burnley, says Harrison. I tell you what, that actually might not be a terrible shout, to be honest, but we've already said the same thing with Nathan Jones going to Stoke. You know, when he had Stoke and had all those expectations... you know, he crumbled under the pressure, didn't he? He really, really struggled. Oh my goodness me. It would have been a wonder goal, but a brilliant save by Brice Samba. We're definitely beating Darby at home. Oh, it's off the crossbar. I thought it was, well, he must have saved it and ticked onto the crossbar. That's so close. I would hope so. Well, I would think so. I think it wouldn't be as free scoring against Darby, because Darby, to be fair to them, have actually kept a load of clean sheets this season. But Darby, what's going to let them down is that they're not winning enough. They spent 30 million for Cornet, Robinson, Roberts. So they spent, yeah, that does make sense. Around 10 million each. Sorba Thomas is honestly unstoppable. Another assist for him today and deserved a goal. Sorba Thomas is good. He really, really is good. You know, definitely one player under the radar a little bit. Should Marcus Schock get sacked? I never like calling managers to get sacked, but right now I think there are options out there which I think Barnsley can benefit from, and maybe Schock's just not the right man. I don't think he is. Once again, against Reading, bit of a quiet game, and Reading still held the edge despite the injuries that they got. So, yeah, unfortunately, I think he should. I think he should consider leaving, unfortunately. I hate being that guy that says managers should get sacked, but for the good of the team, and that's what I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of these teams, with, because I don't support them, it's not like me trying to have a really strong opinion, but if I were to try and think of the best of a team, I think they do need to consider leaving, unfortunately. Battery is low. That ain't good. Let's find a charger for this controller. Or will it be a draw? Yeah, might be a draw. You don't know. Don't know why we don't go for Lewis O'Brien. You know what? That would be good if Leeds can get him in. I actually think he'll be a good signing. Sanson looked good. Yeah, I didn't watch too much of that West Brom Birmingham game, but I will watch it later on today. And it did sound like to me it was a very tense game. Very tight. Not much to separate the teams, and West Brom found the one opening, and they off the crossbar. Oh, how Bristol City have not scored, I have no idea. Nathan Jones shouldn't leave Luton. He's done it again and it didn't work, and I didn't think it would do. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I just think some managers just link well with other clubs, and I had that example when I said Zinedine Zidane of Real Madrid, but of course he's now gone. I really do think that just some managers are just suited for some clubs, and I think Nathan Jones for Luton is that. He's been there for them for quite a long time. Why are Coventry City playing again on Wednesday? Well, that's down to the EFL. It's really down to the EFL. John Russell doesn't have a soul with Thomas, born out in Chelsea, and he's building up at the B team, could break into the first team before the end of the season. Well, what I would say, if Huddersfield are in a position where they're not really aspiring for any finish, that would be a good time for him to build up. I'd take Loftus-Cheek. I mean, he's currently playing against Brentford right now for Chelsea, but I think he would be alright. And that is I can't even speak. That's the final whistle for this game. So 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. They continue with him. Right, I do need to change the AI though. I really do need to change the AI. So the next game to predict is Darby and Luton. There we go. Darby versus Luton. So Darby, of course, with a draw. Luton with a brilliant win. Luton have won their... I think this is their second win, Luton, in 8 games. So, I forgot to change the difficulty of the AI. In fact, I'm going to reset this. I'm going to end match, restart with different teams. I forgot to change the AI. So, Derby, Luton. Let's do this properly. And let's change this to 4 minutes and legendary. That should be better. There we go. Loftus-Cheek is overrated. He's not up to the hype. I can see that. He's one of those impact players. It's really one of those impact players, to be honest. He'll play good for a couple of games, but he's just not going to be one that keeps their level up for the whole thing. Alex 800 sub speech. Well, do I have to make a speech? But what I will... yeah. FIFA cam. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I'll do that now, actually, before I forget. No, wrong button. Don't be an idiot. Game settings. It should just... I just really want it just to reset and just put that as its default. There we go. Only 2 minutes in, but I forgot. I think Hull will stay up. It feels like an unpopular opinion, but I don't know why. The one thing that may keep them up is their defence, to be honest. They actually did defend Huddersfield quite well until they just really... I just really think they lost their momentum. And when they fell behind, they had to really try and be more expressive, and they just left too many gaps for Huddersfield to punish them with. But yeah, I can see why it looks like an unpopular opinion there. Harry Cornick fire, says Milo Green. I agree. I think he's one. If you've not got him in your Gaffer fantasy team, you should. I think the only irritating thing with Cornick is I think he's being positioned as a striker rather than a midfielder. If he was a midfielder on Gaffer, I would easily have him in my team if I can afford him. But unfortunately, I can't fit him in. I might try and fit him in, in future terms. But also, Luton are a team that are not always the most consistent. So it's always interesting. I think I had Cornick in my team for a certain time. And then there was a period where he wasn't playing. So then I dropped him. Right. So Charlie is asking me for this 800 sub speech. I mean, what I would say, 800 subs, I promised you guys that I'll give you another gaming video. So that would be probably Call of Duty or maybe even GTA. And if you remember the 30-minute video that I did, I think it was around this time last year actually, where I talked about topics and things that you wanted to know. That's basically what it was. I can't remember what I titled it. Basically, it was the 30-minute 30-minute commentary of me playing Call of Duty. I don't know if you guys can remember it. It's not one of my better videos, but I basically talk through the topics that you guys have always wanted to know a little bit more detail about. Did I see Salah strike? No, but I've heard about it, so I'm going to watch it later today. Match of the day time. Might not watch it if Chelsea lose though. I brought in Naismith from Luton midweek. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. He's a player I do highly rate. Cal Naismith. Drink? ? Potentially. I mean, I do that all the time anyway. Is there a difference between when different difficulties when both teams are the CPU? I don't think so. But to be honest, I don't know. I think it's really just down to the build-up play, to be honest. And I prefer the build-up play to be really, a proper build-up. I just wanted to, that's fine. I don't know. I just want it to be a proper build-up on something, to be honest. I want them to be in the best of quality, to be fair. So, I don't know. That's why I've done it. I've always done it Legendary. So the fact it's on Semi-Pro, my slight bit of OCD kicked in there. So, if I have to do a speech, I mean, all I'll say, thank you guys. That's all I can really say. Thank you guys for getting me to 800 subs. I know it probably sounds tedious to you, the amount of times I tell you to hit the like button and subscribe and all of that. I get that. But it's really not me trying to manipulate things. It's really down to improve the algorithm, but also because every time you like the video, every time you comment the video, it's feedback. And when you share the video, especially, and this channel, I'm telling you, the bigger I get and the more likely things will get shared and the more quickly I will grow. What a goal that would have been if that got in. What a volley by Craig Forsyth. Let's see that again. Oh, a bit of contention for handball. It was a save. I thought it went over. It was actually a really good save by Sluga. Wow. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to do more subliminal speeches later, but thank you guys so much for 800 subs. I truly appreciate it. Hola, Finley, how are you? Have you seen the penalty Sluga saved against Wallace? It was a really good save. I didn't even know there was a penalty, but that's interesting. I must have been teaching. Because obviously I've got a job, haven't I? And I can't watch the first half in the games, unfortunately, anymore. Unless it was second half and I just completely didn't watch it. I mean, I had lunch late because I'd work in the afternoon pretty much. So my schedule's just completely all over the place. But basically, most of my reaction to the games I watch later on. But I'm definitely going to watch that game. It's definitely one of the most shocking results. Millwall 0, Luton 2, but a fantastic result for Luton. Don't get me wrong, they thoroughly deserve it. What do you think Chelsea will be? I mean, I predicted a 1-1 draw. Looking at our lineup, I don't know. It's really difficult to put your finger on it. It's a little bit hit and miss, with the team. I'm going to have to try and get used to Malang Sarr. He's playing his first Premier League start. There's been a couple of games I've been impressed. A couple of games where I'm like, ugh, I don't know. So, Brentford will be a difficult team. And it's in a unique position we find ourselves. We're playing against teams we expect to beat now. So, now Chelsea have got to really change their mentality. If they want to get back into the Premier League, they've got to really change their mentality. If they want to get back into the Premier League, they've got to really change their mentality. So, now Chelsea have got to really change their mentality. If they want to get back into the Premier League, they've got to really change their mentality. So, now Chelsea have got to really change their mentality. If they want to get back into the Premier League, they've got to really change their mentality. So, now Chelsea have got to really change their mentality. It was in the 84th minute. Oh, mate, yeah, I must have been having lunch at that time. Literally only 5 minutes before I went live as well. Just 200 subs to go until that big 1K. Oh, don't tease me. I'll be dreaming. I mean, to remind you guys, and I always sound like a broken record when I say it, but 1K subs, the big dong goes on this channel. We got Benjamin Bloom beginning this year. Are we going to get BENHD at the end of this year? I mean, that would be a full circle moment, wouldn't it? We start off the year with a bang with Benjamin Bloom, and we end the year with a bang with BENHD. Could you imagine? We lost 4-1, says J1DE. Are you a QPR fan? If that's the case, I mean, I can't actually. Oh no, are you a Portsmouth fan? Are you? I can't actually read your I can't read your. Is that I confirm where you've got as your icon there? Wickham definitely didn't lose 4-1. I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the 4-1s I know from today. I mean, I know QPR lost 4-1, and I'm pretty sure Portsmouth lost 4-1 to Rotherham. Those are the only two I could think of. Preston cannot get a win for their lives. Well, I think they cannot score a goal. That's, I think, a bigger issue. That's their third, maybe even fourth 0-0 already this season for Preston. So goals, I think, is their problem, really, to be honest, rather than winning. You know, when they need to win, they can, but it's goals, and that's their biggest problem, to be honest. Penny nearly scored a banger of a goal, but hit the bar. It was a really good game as a Luton fan. Well, I can expect that. You know, a clean sheet against Millwall doesn't happen often. Ole at the wheel says, ATT, I got to watch United stand later on after this as well. Oh, there's so many things I need to watch later, but the content will be good tonight. That's all I'm going to say. It was a cracking game, though. So, United scored first, Leicester equalised, and then Leicester win, and then United equalised, and then Leicester scored 2 further goals. And Confirmer didn't celebrate versus his old side Doncaster, which he played 70 years ago. Really? Oof. That's not gonna do him good, isn't he? He'll be very popular with Donny. Saying us we can't score. A lot of teams just can't score, unfortunately, and they need to get some confidence going forward. And sometimes it takes a freak result to do it. Have you seen Watford lose 5-0? Yeah, I did. You know, I was almost expecting this because Ranieri, unfortunately, I just don't think he's a competent Premier League manager anymore. And I just think Watford have been a rather fortunate side to be in the position that what they are. Props Trevor Hemmings' passing could affect it. I don't think it did, to be honest. I think it's more or less the team not being able to score a goal. You've seen traumatic events take place and they play well. You know, for instance, Bournemouth with David Brooks right now. They've played exceptionally well today. But what I will say, and I did say I was going to make a separate video about Trevor Hemmings in my score predictions video, because I don't think people are aware how much he's actually saved the club. So to give you a bit of an idea, I mean, for one, because I'm doing like a project on historical financial situations, and one of the situations I've looked into was Preston's financial situation from 10 years ago. And Trevor Hemmings bought Preston, I believe it was January 2010. It was definitely 2010. I can't remember exactly what month it was. And during that time, Preston had a winding up petition. So you've probably seen like the phrase winding up petition used before, and you're like, I don't know what that means. To give you context what a winding up petition is, it basically means you owe money, you owe money to HMRC. HMRC also stands for Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. You know, basically how money is distributed to the government. And Preston owed liabilities. Basically, when you've got a liability is when you actually have to pay for things that, you know, that require you to pay further on into your accounting period. So yeah, pretty much as an equivalent, they had debts that they didn't pay really, and that's why they had that. So what happened from there is that, you know, they would have definitely been in trouble for it, but it definitely means Hemmings would have to eject a lot of money to save Preston from those debts. And of course, with his very considerate financial approach, I think Preston fans have been complaining a little bit about this year with it being a bit complacent. He's actually saved Preston's financial situations. I can't speak. But he's actually really saved them financially, and he's really got them, and he got them promoted, of course, 2014-15 from League One. And for me now, he's got him as a stable championship outfit for not even spending that much as well. So, miracle worker. That's what we can say. And what a really good chance by Elias Chair there. Oh, I think he should have done better there. So, QPR Blackburn is going to be a fantastic game. I'm really looking forward to this one. Why did Watford sack Isisco? Well, it's Watford. They just sack managers. They are sack managers FC. Just beat us 2-0 or something, please. Well, we'll see. What do you think of Nathan Jones? Like him as a manager. I really like him. I just think he needs to stay at Luton, to be honest. I think there's no other club that works with him better than Luton for me. We've seen him try and do with other clubs, and of course he hasn't worked out. But I think he just stays at Luton, and he'll be a fantastic manager. He'll always be an underrated manager for me. Oh, off the post. QPR nearly take the lead. Our European dream isn't over yet. What defender should I put in for 7.5 mil in fantasy? That's a good question. It's raining 455. Let me try and help you with that. So, a defender worth 7.5 million in fantasy. So I'm assuming. Do you mean Fantasy Premier League? Yeah, FPL. So if I had to go to transfers now and people that are worth, let's say if I wanted to replace Livramento, I want to look at the money. So, well, right now, what I will say, I think getting a Liverpool defender might be the best one, but problem is Liverpool got Man United next. So look at the next game and either go for a defender that'll get a clean sheet or a defender that'll get an assist and a clean sheet. So I was suggesting a Liverpool defender like a Van Dijk, who's definitely gone down in value this year. But the only downside I see in that is the fact they've got Man United. I know they've lost to Leicester, but Man United are a team for the tricks. So, I don't know, maybe a Ruben Diaz, who's only 6.2 million. Yeah, that might be an alright run actually, Ruben Diaz. Right, here comes Blackburn now. Oof, well defended. And in fact, the most expensive defender that's only worth 7.5 million is Alexander-Arnold. Winning the FA Cup is a great way to get to Europa League. Well, do you remember when Wigan won the FA Cup and got relegated? You got to be careful what you choose. You got to put your priorities right. Prison FC has made some great transfers this season. I'm not going to go there because I don't want to get into the politics side of it. I think if we win a cup, you could get the Conference League. Oh, but do you really want to go in that? As Leeds, really? I mean, you do what you want, I guess. Prison FC have a better midfielder than Granit Xhaka. Oh, that's a point. Nathan's definitely suited for us. They could be getting Hernandez. God, I mean, especially the defenders. They're getting quite stocked in defenders right now, I dare say. So, I don't know. There's something about being a defender that's a bit unsteady. Prison FC has some quality. I believe FA is Europa, Carabao is Conference. Have you been knocked out of Carabao though? I can't remember the teams left in the Carabao Cup, to be honest. All I remember is at Villa was a difficult win over penalties. God, I think I've got a bit of indigestion and a sore throat actually. But I'm going to soldier on. Mad. I mean, what a weekend we've had in games though. Definitely, with our 4-2 Leicester win, couple of shocking championship results. We've had some really good games this weekend. Now, that's half time. It is 0-0 at the moment. Yeah, the only one that's gone 0-0 half time at the moment. Yeah, you can only dream, you know, and I definitely don't want to be a party pooper when it comes to this as well. But yeah, you can dream. You can definitely dream. Right. So right now we've made it to the third game. Blimey, I mean, we're not actually getting through these games rather quickly, to be honest. Oh, so, remember, this is also a Q&A kind of session as well. So, in fact, what I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to use this community tab quite a lot. So, I got a notification literally after work, and it said community tab open. And I'm like, what? Clicked on it, and it said make your post. I'm like, I swear 1,000 subscribers I get this, and then they must have updated the community post and given it to every single content creator. Because now I can post. So what I was going to do, well, what I might do now, oh, how can you do, oh, I know how to do options. There. So I'm going to do a poll, and it's going to be like resolve for weekend, goal for weekend, that. In fact, no, I'll do that later, because what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to watch all the games first. Then on the Sunday, I'm going to put the 3 polls out for player for weekend, result of the weekend, and goal of the weekend. And then this will be like a new part we'll add in to our review, basically. And basically, it'll involve you guys a bit more, so I think that's fair. Preston are playing Liverpool next Wednesday, and I might be going, oh yeah, that's going to be Carabao Cup round 4? So it's the round before the quarterfinals, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. Oh, how devastating would it be for Trevor Hemmingslow to pass away just before that game? That would have been a brilliant game for him to see. I like seeing Leicester do well, as I'm fond of them. As a Luton fan, they've got James Justin and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Yeah, I was going to say James Justin and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. They have a good partnership, and you've got Mcguire. Yeah, that's right. Of course, Mcguire played in Wickham last year, but yeah, very much a Leicester player. Other than Man United, they've been pretty awful. I mean, that's the thing. Leicester have had a really slow start, but this game, they've really done well. And we're going to later find out whether it's Man United being poor, or if it's Leicester now starting to, or Preston, whether it's now Leicester trying, now finding their form again. We're still in the cup, and you've got, oh, you play Arsenal. No, I remember the draw now. Yeah, you've got Arsenal. Oh, that should be fun. Yeah, that will be interesting. What, I mean, it actually might be your best chance at this rate, really, to be honest. I mean, definitely there's no optimism in where you're going to finish right now. So maybe a trophy might have to be the way if you want European football. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I completely agree with you, Marla. I think they may start to turn around now. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they've had a couple of difficult games to start things off, Leicester. But also, I think down to the international break and stuff, you know, that's partly why. That's partly why they're doing a bit better now. I just think the slight break in games potentially has done them good. I just got a text saying that my grandparents have arrived. I completely forgot they were coming today. Oh no, I feel guilty now, because now I'm not going to finish till ages. I can't do this in 2 parts either. I mean, what I might do, I might just quickly do like a, well, I played the game, but I'll mute my camera and stuff like that, just so I can say hello to them, and then I'm going to have to disappear from them again. In fact, is it over? Oh, it's finished. Right, in fact, that's perfect timing. So what I'm going to do, go to the next game, which is Sheffield United Millwall. Yes, it is Sheffield United Millwall. Contrasting results. Sheffield United criticised them for giving the lead away, but they completed a comeback this time. And Millwall, their first defeat in 8. So we'll see if they can now recover from this. Right, so guys, I'm going to leave for about 2 minutes, just so I can say hello to my grandparents. But one thing I will say here, Grandad Lexus, oh, I tell you what, Grandad Lexus, he is an absolute lad. Really is. One of my favourite human beings in the world. So, What I'm going to say as a question is, what game are you most excited about for midweek? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes to answer that, and then I will be back. So let me just mute the mic and mute the camera, and then make sure the match is starting too. And I'll see you guys in a minute, okay? So see you guys in 2 minutes. See you guys. We're back, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. So I've also adjusted the lighting too. In fact, what I'm probably going to do is actually move the camera just a bit, just so it doesn't get to the top off the screen. There we go. That actually looks rather good. I think it's Justin said to come back in October, so that might help Leicester. That definitely would. It would help Leicester, definitely. Great fallback. Need to win it. It's coming home, says Jack. Is anyone still here? Because everyone's probably gone a bit bored now. But we're back. We're back. Right, just in time for half-time too. I'll tell you what, I did watch a little period of Chelsea playing against Brentford. Looked confident passing, but Brentford looking very organised at the moment, which is what you expect from them. Did it just say Wallace had an injury there? I mean, if that's the case, it's not going to help Millwall in the FIFA game, in real life, you would say Jed Wallace is probably their most important player at the club, alongside with their goalkeeper. I tell you what, we've had a lot of people in the chat today. I've got to say, you know, even with me disappearing for a good 3-5 minutes, you know, we still got a lot of people here. Do I think Brentford would do well this season? Yes, and I did anticipate this. You know I only predicted them to finish in 17th in my Premier League predictions, but I was with the minority with a lot of people and got Brentford to survive in this league. I just think they've really got enough within them, and based on the start they've had, they've definitely earned their position at the moment, and they can even really close the gap on Chelsea if they win today. So, won't be an easy game. Pontus Handsome, says Charlie. I think he's still got his memories as a Leeds player. Leeds could well have him right now, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, I actually don't think defence is their biggest problem. I actually think it's more or less their attack. Their attack is actually their biggest kryptonite at the moment compared to their defending. Oh yeah, without a doubt, they've had a really, really good start to the season. Yeah, so no one's subscribed or unsubscribed since I was gone as well. We've got a goal. It's a brilliant goal. And I'll tell you what, I don't think it's a too dissimilar goal they scored today, actually. Billy Shaw with the goal. It is a cross, I think, by Max Lowe, who was very... Oh, no, it wasn't Max Lowe. That's not Max Lowe at all. It's a good strike, but I do think Bill Kasky should do better. Charlie Brown's saying it's the midfield. I mean, I would, yeah, maybe. But what I'm going to say, have you scored enough goals? Have you taken enough chances as well? You know, maybe today it was definitely the midfield. To have 0 shots on target, that's the midfield being the problem. But I would remember Leeds missing so many big chances. That's why I'm saying their attack has been one of, if not their biggest problem. And it has been last season too, to be fair. But unfortunately, when that doesn't improve, then a lot of pressure is going to go to their midfield to try and manage the game and manage the defence. You know, even if they didn't lose as much and they drew a couple, it wouldn't really put Leeds in a strong position. They've just simply have not scored enough. Do you think Sheffield United will still go up this season? They're turning things around. I have a feeling they might sneak in top 6, but I don't know about promotion, to be honest. That one's a bit tricky. It's going to take a lot for them to try and catch the promotion, to be honest. I see it being a 3-horse race at the moment. So similar to the 18-19 season between Bournemouth, West Brom and Fulham. I think it'll be between those 3. Then you've got the likes of Coventry and Huddersfield still up there. Blackburn and even Reading now sneaking up there too. And then Sheffield United are going to have to compete with all those people. Those are going to be the teams that they need to pick up 3 points for. Because that will ultimately be the difference. Yeah, I saw Jasper's goal. I was relieved, to tell you the truth. I really was relieved because I saw Oldham win. I'm thinking, okay, they're now on matching points with us. We were fortunate that Carlisle, Carlisle were definitely losing. I don't know if they lost at full time. And Mansfield were also losing last time I checked as well to Northampton. So, honestly, like a Harrogate goal would have definitely put us at least down to 21st, if not in the relegation zone. So, that Jasper goal definitely came out at a time when it was needed. I'll tell you that. You predict 8th for Sheffield United? Honestly, I don't think that's a bad shout, to be fair. I think they might be like Bournemouth last season, just about getting top 6. Yeah, I think so too. God, I tell you what, FIFA 20 looks really, really good. I just don't think it plays well. Right. Oh, it was Osborne who did that cross, not Max Lowe at all. Max Lowe's a Forest player. I don't know why. I thought it was Sheffield United. And Billy Sharp has sealed it for Sheffield United. It's 2-0 to Sheffield United here. And they're continuing their brilliant form according to FIFA 22. Look how happy Olsen is. I wouldn't see him running like that in real life. Right, just going to move the computer a bit because the light is a bit annoying. Isn't Click a midfielder? I would imagine he's a defensive midfielder. Nearly dropped the controller on me. He is, but an inconsistent one. Right. So, 2-1 between Sheffield United and Millwall. We've only got one more game in terms of Tuesday's games. And that is Stoke against Bournemouth. That's a good game, Stoke-Bournemouth. Stoke are unbeaten at home. And they've only dropped... they've only dropped 2 points at home. And that was against Barnsley, I remember it. I was thinking if Stoke actually dropped some points, but they did. That was the game where Vrancic should have scored his penalty. And he missed Brad Collins with a save. So, yeah, apart from that draw against Barnsley, they've been flawless in every other game. Right. Well, I think Bournemouth are going to play with their third kit, which is their green navy kit. Almost their Plymouth Argyle kit. I'm going to have to go for their plain white kit here, I think. Do you think Coventry will be able to keep up their good form and sustain top 6? I'm going to predict no, but that's just me being a bit of a doubter. I would love Coventry to be in the top 6. I always love an underdog getting up there in the top 6 as a neutral fan. That's why he doesn't play 90 minutes for fun on it. So we're talking about Click there. Congrats on 800 subs, says Creeper Boy. Thank you so much. I've already given like a really small couple of words on my reaction to getting that total, but I'll say it again. Every time I ask you guys to like and subscribe at the end of a video, it's not me trying to advertise and stuff like that. It's really down to improving the algorithm, but also every time I do get a comment, a like, it's feedback, whether it's positive or negative. Like, dislike, comment positive, comment negative. It's always feedback, and I always strive to improve on what I can do. And when subs do go up, it tells me that I'm doing something right, and I'm deeply lucky to have you guys as fans. I really am. But now's the target to try and get to 1,000, because obviously I spoke about this previously, but in the start of the year, we kicked off 2021 with a bang with getting Benjamin Bloom on this channel. Can we end 2021 with a bang by getting BENHD on this channel, by getting 1,000 subs? Something maybe worth thinking about it. Like, what a full circle moment that would be to get the two Bens sandwiched in the beginning and the end of the year. That would be crazy. Partly Polish. I'm still making a great coach to go against Albania. Which midfielder would you buy? Suppose he's talking to Charlie there. When Preston's going to be on? So Preston have got Coventry, haven't they? So all of the games apart from one, Reading Blackpool, are 7:45 kickoffs. Who goes first? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games. Then it's Preston. So we've made it to game 5. So game 10 is Preston. So we've got Fulham, Cardiff, Huddersfield, Birmingham, Hull, Peterborough, Middlesbrough, Barnsley. Then it's Preston, Coventry, and then we end off with Swansea, West Brom. Oh, that's a good game. And Reading, Blackpool. Oh, what a strike! I nearly missed it, but it's a brilliant strike. God, is that Lerman with goal? I mean, I can't remember shirt numbers. I'm assuming... Oh, no, it's Zamora, I think. If it is Zamora, hopefully the goal he scored today was as good as that one. It definitely helped my Gaffer fantasy team. What a strike that is. How crazy would it be if this goal... Oh, it's Lerma. I completely misread his name. I said Zamora and I said Lerma originally. You know what, Alex? You should just keep quiet sometimes. I was right first time as well. Why did I change it? Can you check both fantasies? Yes, I will do so. Another problem of ours is a lack of depth. I wouldn't say a lack of depth in terms of squad number, but I would say lack of squad depth quality. That's what I'd say. How can we just rely on subs on an injury prone and full shot? I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Lack of quality depth is what I'd say. I've had a storm over of a week. You mean a thunderstorm? I mean, if that's the case, then I'm interested to know. I do I do like hearing those stories when people have got like storms and stuff and whatever. Oof. Right. If you remember this time last week, I was not feeling too good, wasn't I? And of course, it's when I go through a subs drought or whatever, and then I get proven the week after that things start improving again. I almost think it's just. I don't think YouTube affects my mood. I mean, it was a topic that I've covered before, but a lot of it was down to my social life. But one thing I will say on that, luckily, and I will share this with you guys, it has improved. It has way improved. Oh, you meant you meant predictions. Oh man, okay, no, that's what I meant. Okay. You know, I think a lot of people have done well. I know I've got at least 10 points. I might have got 11 in total. I need to double check that. But everyone, I think majority of people got at least 10 points. So it'll be interesting to do the prediction league, which I'll be doing later on today. Do you think letting Alioski go was a good decision? And do you think Firpo has been an upgrade? Bit similar to Click, I would say Firpo's been good at some games, but I just wouldn't say he's the same level as Alioski. Alioski, you know, whilst he does have some inconsistencies too, could you really say Leeds have upgraded in that position? You know, he's not really creating the numbers that Alioski was. You know, we can safely say from that, even, you know, in the Prem as well, you know. And it's difficult to have those same numbers, you know, from the Championship to the Prem, I get that, but based on performances, I don't see an upgrade. I really don't hate it. But I don't really see it. Your dog hated the match of the day thing. What? Did he not like the trumpet interlude? Did he bark at it? Was he scared of it? Was he angry with it? I mean, I've heard animals get angry at certain things, but I didn't think match of the day thing would be one. Apparently Brentford dominating Chelsea. I mean, that's not what I saw when I came downstairs for that brief moment. What I saw was Chelsea having more of the ball, but no chances being made. And what we do see is Brentford being very physical, which is what we expect. They could be dominating now because for the fact that now I'm not watching. So who am I to say my opinion on it at the moment? Creeper Boy says Mick McCarthy out. Well, maybe what I will say, he can turn it around if he gets a win against Swansea in the South Wales Derby, but not a positive result there. Then serious questions need to be answered. Demario Gray and Aldrin Townsend's the GOATs. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot you're an Everton fan. Yeah, they're doing well right now. I'm really surprised, especially with Townsend. You know, when he moved from Palace, I was a bit surprised about that move, but he's really done quite well so far. And just when I say that, they'll probably score. Yeah, Chelsea. I mean, that's the thing. And we've been the same with Conte, to be honest. You know, sometimes we may not even be the best team in the games. But if we do get one chance, we take it. It's about being clinical. The most clinical teams are always going to win. I've just watched Brad Corner's first goal, and I think it's goal of a weekend contender. Okay, well, thanks for giving me a good heads up on what content I'll be seeing later on. So yeah, I watch every single game before I do my review, just so I know what I'm talking about, of course. So yeah, that one's going to be an exciting one, I think. I'm not watching the game either, but they are saying that Chelsea look out of ideas. Well, yeah, I don't think they're wrong there. But what I'm saying, I don't think Brentford are creating much either, to be fair. That's why that's why I'm not saying dominating, to be honest. You know, I mean, I need to actually see the stats, to be honest. I've not actually looked at them yet. They may terrify me if it's good for them and bad for us. You know, stats will pretty much tell the story, but I would agree, going forward, whilst we do have some space, sometimes we just don't look like we are creating enough. Does it show stats on OneFootball? I think it does. Oh, great. We've got Anthony Taylor, I think. Yeah, we've got Anthony Taylor. All right, we're screwed. We're screwed. So, 2 shots each. Oh, my goodness me. That's not a good game at all. No shots on target from either team either. Okay, so what's clear to me? Chelsea have probably been better. But the thing is, Chelsea, based on their standards, have not been great because Brentford have done so well. That's pretty much what I've grasped from it. I'm not saying... okay, I'll see all that. Is it alright you check Fantasy's next game because I'm going to be at work at 6:25? Okay, well, it's 85th minute now. If I can get that started now. Conte is an absolutely brilliant manager. I've got no clue why we're not even sticking to him. Get him instead. We want to stick with Pandemic Pep. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's one way to call Arteta Pandemic Pep. I love that. I love that. Right, hang on a minute. So what I've got to do here is open Fantasy Premier League. I know how well I'm doing, but I assume most of you just want to see the leaderboards and stuff. So okay, I mean, I don't think I've improved. I don't think I've improved my position as well. But one thing I've discovered is that 4-4-2 is not only winning my championship one, but he's also winning my the Fantasy Premier League one. I agree with the most clinical teams do the best. We Luton were clinical at Bristol. Sheffield United, Bournemouth have been as well. And been, terrible. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many chances you have. It doesn't even matter how many chances you concede. It's down to clinical nature. If you're not a clinical team, you just won't do well. Simple as that. There ended the lesson. Right, so Fulham against Cardiff. That's the next game we've got to do. That will be an interesting game. Once again, a clash of styles. But one that Cardiff could actually take advantage of. I mean, I can't comment on Cardiff too much. We've got to still watch them tomorrow and see how they do against Swansea. But Fulham will play a similar game to what Swansea, I think, will play tomorrow. Right. Whilst the game is going, let's see if I can actually... Right, I can do that. Right. What I'm going to do is that now I'm going to show you the capture. Apparently, Chelsea dominated possession, but nothing dangerous, which with it, and Brentford looked more dangerous. I wouldn't say more dangerous. For what I've seen, Brentford have not done many chances. If I saw Brentford with a load of chances, I'd agree, but I'm not seeing Brentford do enough. I mean, that knock on wood, Brentford have not done enough yet, but I could be wrong, of course. And what's worse, my granddad's here, who's a Spurs fan. So he's going to love every minute of Chelsea losing if it happens. Right, I'm just going to wait until this chance goes away. And then... this is a corner. They could score from this corner. Alex, I need to use my next boost wisely. Yeah. I think a lot of us do. I think 4-4-2's used to boost based on the amount of points I've seen him get. Oh my goodness me, what a goal! Is he onside? No, he is onside. Mitrovic with a goal. I think it's a half volley. Yes, definitely a goal. It stands. So let's see this again. It's half cleared. It's Bobby Reed who wins it back. Volley and volley. It's an assist volley and an actual volley goal too. What a goal. Right. Let's show you fantasy. So, I've actually fallen down my league to 4th place somehow. So I'm on 947 points, 102 points there. Now 4-4-2 has used Keepers as his boost. What does that do? So +9. Oh, is it for the amount of saves the goalkeeper makes? That's clever because of course DN's going to make many saves against West Brom, isn't he? And more with 15 there. Swift at 12, Tanzen and Zamora 2. Mitrovic is captain with 32. Wow. Yeah, he's done really, really well there. In fact, has he got more? I've only got 2 points more with Mitrovic with Goalfest on. Obviously, Carl Grant scored there, Mitrovic scored, and Zamora scored there. Davis keeps a clean sheet, which does well. Smith didn't play, but if Morrison is playing tomorrow, maybe I will get a chance for a goal. Hang on, I might have to turn this off. Oof. Cardiff looked like they were about to score, so I was being a bit wary of that. But the leader is actually Forever QPR, who's just snuck under the radar. And he's used all 3 of his boosts. Where on earth has he come from? So he's on 1,049 points. More there. Townsend there. GJ Spence. Cornick. Swift as captain. Good shout. 16 points for Mitrovic. Solanke there. And Victor Gyokeres. I won't lie, guys. That front 3 is really good. And that was actually a front 3 I did want to do. But I didn't want to spend a load of my money. But obviously, Gyokeres didn't do too well this time. He's still got Flint to play, which he could replace Malone with. It's looking dangerous. Really looking dangerous. I'm going to say this. I didn't expect... I really didn't expect Forever QPR to be up the rankings that much. I mean, Johnny Burrow's done alright. 58 points. I'm only 3 points behind him now. He's got Morrison in his team, so potentially he could get some benefits there. God, look at that bench. Look at that bench down there. 16 from McNair, 17 from Cornick. How on earth has he still got Bulldog in the squad? Bulldog's not getting any starts now. He needed McNair over Bulldog any day. I would have done that. Morrison could get more points though. Although if Morrison doesn't play, McNair will probably be in his place. Oof, close. Congreve with 8, Solanke with 3. So Josh Jones. God, look at that gap. Almost a 100-point gap between myself and Joshua Jones. And then Jack BCSE makes it to the top 10. Owen Armitage there. Saeed makes it up to 8th. He's also got multi-captain with 91 points. There's Charlie Brown in 7th and Dark QPR in 6th. And there's Joshua Jones. Right, I'm going to... everyone's saying check. He isn't top, Alex. It's Forever QPR. Well, I said it's Forever QPR. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying he's done the best in terms of points in this game week. So, Charlie, we'll quickly look at yours. Did you have any boosts? Alright, well, you've already used all 3 of your boosts. So that's why this has happened. Zamora 13. Zamora and Swift and Mitrovic being your best 3 players. A decent point. 69 points. I knew you would love that. Let's quickly look at Jack's team, because I know Jack is still here. 71 points he's got. It's just turned half-time in the FIFA game, by the way. 1-0 still. Couple of saves we've missed, but we've had to look at these teams. Johnston there, Colan there, Furlong with 8, McFadden there, Swift. Yeah, good team overall. I guess the only mistake is captaining Solanke. Probably should have captained Mitrovic instead. That's the only mistake he made. Oh, and Rothwell on the bench. Oh, that's a blow. That's a real blow. And if Andre Gray had not been subbed on, Rothwell would have been replacing him. Oh, that's such a shame. That is unfortunate, to be fair. Would have been at least 86 points if he came on there. And then very, very quickly, we'll look at the Premier League table in a moment. So, 4-4-2 is winning at the moment because I've learned his name is actually Tom Strong from Twitter. Andrew Saunders is second. Rolls Royce, what a name. Alex Russell's third. So they've not updated the standings yet, I don't think. You know, because I've definitely got more than 38 points at the moment. I've got 40 at the moment. Oh, but that's because Lukaku's got 1 and Jorginho's not even getting a point. God, Ronaldo only getting 2 points. That's disappointing, to say the least. Right, let's take that away. I'm doing shocking now as 8th, 9th and 10th. Oh, God. Well, points-wise you weren't doing bad, but yeah, it's a tough competition. Brentford hit the post in the 22nd minute. Oof. My guess it probably would have been a break, maybe. Because I'm thinking that's how they're going to play. I think Brentford are going to play on the break. And that's what's going to really... That's what's really going to annoy with us. Apparently, Werner's come close. I'm trying to see who hit the post. I was told Chelsea were given a disallowed goal. Lukaku with a disallowed goal. And Brentford, Mbumo was the one who hit the post, I think. Yeah, Mbumo hits the post. And minutes later, Lukaku has a disallowed goal. So, God, it's going quite sporadically. It's going moments of madness and then moments of just real dire quality. So, it's every team figuring each other out, it looks like. Oh, wow, I'm tired. I'm really, really tired of it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm never not tired, to be honest. I'm always tired in one way or another. So we made it to 75th minute. Still only 1-0 between Fulham and Cardiff. I mean, with how few goals Cardiff concede normally, potentially that might be the result. But right now, based on the goals they are conceding, you would expect a cricket score at the moment. I predicted 1-1, but I can see it ending 0-0, 1-0 to either team. Yeah, I mean, I predicted 1-1 too, I think, if I remember right. I definitely predicted a draw. It was either 1-1 or 0-0. It's going to be a low-scoring game. We can definitely establish that. Unless second half something crazy happens. God, so apparently Brentford hitting the woodwork and Chelsea having the goal disallowed happened in successive moments. Poof. Wow. There could be a moment of magic out of nowhere from Lukaku or something. Yeah, that's the thing, and that's really going to be the difference, really. Who's going to have those magic moments? And Chelsea, where we won it under Conte, we just had enough of those impactful magic moment players. It is sometimes down to luck, sometimes it's down to the actual football. Because when we won the league under Conte, we didn't play the best football. Statistically, Spurs were the best team in the league, but ultimately they weren't as clinical as us, and they just were too inconsistent, and they bottled it, living up to their nicknames. So you don't have to be the best team in stats to win the league. Right, that's full time. Next game is Huddersfield and Birmingham, so Jack will be feeling excited for this game. In fact, he's got work coming soon. I mean, if anything, he might have a bit of time to watch this. So Huddersfield against Birmingham is there. There we go. Mitrovic is insane. I agree. I completely agree. Way too good for Championship. But he just can't seem to make up his feet in the Premier League. There needs to be like an in-between, really, to be honest. Even if he does go up to the Premier League, can you really see him scoring the goals? I just don't see it, really, unfortunately, from him. It sums up when he got sent off on his first day against Fulham. Or was it? No, it was second game. What am I saying? Leeds didn't play Fulham on the first day of the season. Oh, looks like Birmingham doing quite well at the moment. I mean, if a goal goes in that Brentford game, I'm going to get onto my phone straight away. I've got notifications still turned on. Probably should have turned them off, but I've still got them turned on. Going to that game as well. Oh, really? Well, we'll see what they predict. What's the best game you've ever been to? In fact, that's a good question. What's the best game you've ever seen live? I'm in no rights to answer this question because I've only seen one game live. And to be honest, whilst it was a Colchester game, it was with one of my mates who's not really keen into like the real football, drink a beer type of fan. So it wasn't like I couldn't really celebrate. And plus, I was a little bit younger too. Definitely, I'd be a lot different when I go to football games now. Could be dangerous, to be honest. Right. Oh, potentially a goal. Oh, well defended. Well defended by Birmingham. We started quite well with viewers in the stream, but it's gone a little bit down. Maybe people are watching the game. Won't surprise me, to be fair. Is it just me, or the games feel a bit longer? Maybe it's down to me trying to keep into the conversation, but the games feel a bit longer, to be honest. But we have just gone halfway through now. So this is the 7th game out of 12. Right, well, I've just got it on my phone. We've got a goal in the Brentford Community Stadium. And it might have just gone to the away side. Get in. So I need to know more about this goal before I celebrate too much, because you know what VAR are like, and especially Anthony Taylor. I need to know details. It's come through all the apps, which is encouraging, but I need to know more. Alright, even the app has said it now. France 4, Argentina 3, 2018 World Cup. God, you were in that game live? I mean, you are a lucky man if you've been to that game live. I remembered watching it. I couldn't watch it from the start because I actually had an orchestra tour. But I remembered all the events taking place, and it was crazy the amount of goals that were going in. Or Arsenal 2-1 Leicester in the 2015-16, the year Leicester won the league. I was at that game. And Emirates exploded when Welbeck scored the winning goal. I think, was it a late goal, that Welbeck goal? If I remember right, I think it was a rather late goal. And obviously by that time, Leicester were top of the league. But unfortunately for Arsenal, a bit similar to Spurs, they bottled, trying to catch up with them. Unfortunately for them. Right, it looks like it is a confirmed goal. I'm seeing nothing with VAR. Such a fan I am. I'd know exactly what the goal was. Thing is, if I did a watch-along on Brentford Chelsea, I don't think many people would watch it. Not many people like my watch-alongs, for what I've learnt. Left-footed shot from the centre of the box, top left corner. Fair play, Chilwell. Not bad. Okay, definitely nothing with... Oh, you watched it. Oh, I meant, have you ever, gone to a physical game? But, yeah, clearly as an Arsenal fan, you would have been to Arsenal-Leicester. Yeah. Yeah, 95th minute. God, who scored the winner? I can't remember. Pavard scored an unbelievable goal. I remember that. And then I think Argentina got into a really good position at one stage. But yeah, one thing I remember was Pavard's goal. I think, was that rated the goal of the tournament? It might have done, actually. Jack doesn't know. Well, I'm sure you've been to plenty of games. Surely there's one that sticks to your mind. I think probably there's too many to choose, to be honest. Right, I want to go half-time with Chelsea winning. That would be a brilliant position for us. Right, and I've just called it. It's just gone half-time, 1-0. So at the moment, if this happens, we go first place with 19 points on the board out of a possible 24. God, the standard is so high this year. Really high this year. Liverpool with 18. Man City, 17. There's no room to drop. Really? God. And Brighton in 4th. 4 points behind. Man United will be 5 points behind Chelsea if this happens. Wow. Everton could go all the way up to... Well, they won't get third because their goal difference is not great. But they can match points with Man City if they get a good result against West Ham tomorrow. Can Spurs get... Yeah, Spurs could... Well, nah. I don't think Spurs will get top 4 if they beat Newcastle. Oh, Huddersfield nearly scored. They hit the bar. Spurs won't get top 4 if they beat Newcastle on the weekend because I don't think their goal difference is good enough. But they can tie points with 4th. I'll see you off later. I'm off to work. And yeah, too many to choose on. Well, fair enough, man. Enjoy work, or at least try to enjoy it. Yeah, I thought it was goal of the tournament. I remembered it being an absolute peach of a strike. And he was brilliant. Yeah, I don't think many people have heard of him. I can't remember what team he played for. I mean, I would assume maybe a team in France. But then he got his move to Bayern Munich, didn't he? Yeah, that was a crazy, crazy game. I was thinking if I watched that game live, but then no, I didn't watch this game with my mates. I tell you what game I did watch. It was Uruguay against... It may have been France against Uruguay. It may have been Uruguay-France. That's the game I remember. And I think Muslera, whatever the hell his name is, the goalkeeper for Mcguire, he made an absolute howler for one of the goals. It was a crap first half, but a really good second half. Spurs will never get top 4 since ADT. I mean, Stuttgart. Oh, yeah, no, I do remember that now. I can actually visualise his Ultimate Team card. Yeah, you're quite right, actually. So, no, he actually always stayed in Germany. No, but Stuttgart would have been a team at that time, potentially yo-yoing between the second division and the top division. Well, I mean, nowadays they're quite a stable first division team. But, yeah, at that time, he definitely would have been an unknown player. But he's made a good name of himself. I think that tournament really presented how much of a good player he is. What I will say, one underrated result that's happened, in any of the other leagues, is Rangers 1, Hearts 1. Rangers were winning for most of that game, and Craig Halkett in the 90th minute keeps Hearts' unbeaten record. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think Hearts are the only unbeaten team in the Scottish Premier League now. Rangers have lost a game. Dundee have definitely lost a game. Celtic definitely have lost a game. Hearts, they actually lost on the opening day of the season. And Rangers, whilst they're still winning, they're only 1 point ahead of Hearts. And what a story this is turning out to be for Hearts. I remember with their manager, I think, was it Craig Irvine? I think that's what his name was. He got Hearts, I think, to like a similarly top 4 position. And they were actually challenging with Celtic all the way, but they faded away 2 seasons back. Following season, they get relegated, and then obviously season lead to, and now they're back here, and they're doing unbelievably well. Right, I remember seeing him in France, and I was like, who is that guy? Yeah, I think we all were. Dwayne Ems the GOAT says Blue Terrier 19. Yeah, what a goal he scored for Huddersfield today against Hull. And speaking of Hull, that's who we got to simulate next. They've got a game against Peterborough. Excuse me, indigestion, but what an important game this is. Peterborough need to win away from home. Just pick up a point away from home at some stage. They couldn't even beat Middlesbrough, a team really low in confidence. I've managed to beat them 2-0 away from homes. Wow. Hull could really capitalise and get themselves out of the bottom 3 if they get a good result there. Adam, welcome to the stream. Now, if I remember right, your actual name's not Adam. Is it Regan or Logan? It was one of those two. Because there was definitely a couple of you that definitely changed their names. As I must win for both teams. Yeah, I agree. I think more so, well, can't even say more so for one of them, because both are in the bottom 3 right now, and both are looking pretty hopeless with their chances of survival, both suffering a 2-0 defeat. Preston could go down. Maybe, but I still think they will survive. I think they will be bottom half, but I think they will survive somehow. Yeah, Warnock has been under a bit of pressure recently. Well, if you think Warnock's under pressure, think about Mick McCarthy and Marcus Schopp. I think they are more under pressure than what Neil Warnock is in the moment. It's Regan, right, that's the one. Right, welcome Regan to the stream. Yeah, you have not been in my channel for ages, but welcome back. Welcome back. You've already seen that not much has changed, to be honest, but it's good to see you back, man. It's always nice to see people back. Ooh, Hull 21st. Oh no, I've completely forgotten Barnsley are in the bottom 3 at the moment. Yeah, that's right. I've literally completely forgot about Barnsley being in that position. Yeah, so yeah, for me, managers under pressure will be Warnock, Schopp. Oh my goodness me. Johnson Clark-Harris should do better in that position. Schopp, McCarthy, Warnock, McCann. I think those 4 managers. And to be fair, Darren Ferguson too. I think those 5 managers are under the most pressure. And right now, it's looking like... I mean, I said 4 teams who are favourite to get relegated in the Premier League. What it's looking like to me, it's looking like potentially 5 who could go down, really, to be honest. We're not the same team since Alex Neil scored in 2017-18. Well, you just got to look at the people they've sold. You know, if we're going back to 17-18, you know, no Jordan Hugel. We're not looking at Ben Pearson anymore. No Ben Davies. There's plenty of others as well. Literally, one of the very few survivors would be Daniel Johnson and potentially Barkhazen, actually. They would have been like the couple of survivors who'd actually have got a decent amount of quality in this club. Goalkeeper would have gone as well. What I will say with Preston, I just think when they struggled, that's when they struggled defensively and they couldn't score a goal. They then started scoring goals and started to defend well again. Now it looks like they can defend well now, but now they can't score goals for no love or money. Oh yeah, Adam Brown, yeah, of course. No, well, 3 big players then, yeah. You're quite right, yeah. Adam Brown, to be fair, has been there for a while. That's why he's captain now. Leeds are going down and Bielsa's going to walk. I would say if Leeds do go down, Bielsa will definitely walk. Yeah, I did say about goalkeeper Rudd as well. But those are the only players left, really. And to be fair, I mean, some of them are influential, but they're not, you know, when you get rid of the brilliant defenders and strikers you have, it's going to really affect the squad. And plus, I think the quality has gone up in the Championship too, so it's always going to be very, very difficult. What I will say about Leeds, I think they're one of the favourites to go down, but right now, I think if I'm looking at the current teams of the bottom 3, I think Newcastle will get out of there. Sean Mcguire, yeah, but see, the thing is with Sean Mcguire, he's not really playing much now, to be honest. And Sean Mcguire, I mean, there was a certain time, definitely in the period of like 2018 to 20, especially when he was playing so frequently for Preston, but unfortunately, since his injury, I can't remember what it was, if it was no, it wasn't hamstring, it would have been worse than that. But since his long-term injury, he's just not been hitting the same levels again. But yeah, going back to my talk of relegation for the Premier League, I think Newcastle will recover, and then that will leave either, for me, Watford or Leeds to be down there. I think it'll be between, well, for me, I think Norwich are confirmed to go down. Then you get 2 teams out of pretty much 4 teams who could go down. For me, I think Southampton will be safe. I think they will find enough consistency. Leeds, I keep saying Newcastle's Leeds. Newcastle will find a way out based on the money they've got now. And then it's just down to Leeds and Burnley for me. I think Burnley are in trouble. I really, really do think so. Watford 2. I think those 3 teams, I think 2 of them will get the bottom 3 place and 1 of them will survive. But who do you pick out of Leeds, Watford and Burnley to survive? Traditionally, it's been Burnley who've been like the cluster of those teams to survive, but I won't lie, at the start of this season, I've not really seen too many promising signs from them. Reece will tear you apart. Again, yes, says Sings Regan. I mean, Reece has got to be the new guy you've got to back now. And he's done all right. You know, I will say that. You know, he's been one player who I think has proven me wrong a little bit. But he's inconsistent. And that's ultimately what's going to really cost Preston, unfortunately. It will be inconsistency. Oh, here comes the hate for Blackpool. I mean, we've already had Myler having a go at Watford a little bit. And Charlie having a go at Huddersfield and just Yorkshire clubs in general. I'm loving this rivalry. You know what? I cannot wait till the West Lancashire Derby. I really cannot wait for it. Blackpool-Preston is going to be a classic, I think. I can't remember where it's being played first. I think it's playing at Bloomfield Road first, but I could be wrong. Alright, Peterborough got a corner there. I need to check when the West Lancashire Derby is on, actually. It's definitely one of those games I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. So, it's a later... Alright, not Match day 15. Maybe it's match day 14. Yeah, it is Bloomfield Road. And I completely missed a goal, of course, because I'm looking at the next couple of games. And Peterborough have just taken the lead. Wow, let's see this. We're getting some fireworks again. And what a strike that is. Wow. It's Nathan Thompson as well with the goal, who did a brilliant impression of a wrestler winning the penalty today. Hopefully he shan't be doing that in this game. Hopefully he'll turn this form around and score like that. Yeah, Blackpool play Preston next week. That's going to be a big game. Police Patrol is going to have to be on set in that game for sure. I don't think we've got any more derbies actually in that match week though, which is interesting. And so when do they do the next couple of games? So then they've got another week, and then it's another midweek. Blimey, games are going thick and fast. And then they've not they kind of announced Match Day 17's games. And then 2 weeks time. Okay, well then basically the last week, well the first week of November I should say, is the second week actually I can't speak. It's the first week of November, and then after that it's the international break. So actually we don't have a lot of time, to be fair, to wait when we've got our next international break, which is a shame. There's fireworks going off outside. By the way, guys, thank you so much for the likes, by the way, today. I'm really impressed. Thank you so much. 21 likes is fantastic on this channel. Thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. And thank you for chatting to me as well. It really is what keeps this stream up and running. But what I will say, if you've not hit that subscribe button, please do so. Even if you've got spare accounts you've not hit that subscribe button too, please do hit it on this channel because it really, really does help. We're literally right on the cusp of something potentially extraordinary here. So, and I'm going to call getting 1,000 subs. So, I mean, extraordinary. Oh my goodness me, I thought Hull were going to equalise there. Just trips over his feet, doesn't he? And they can't get the breakthrough. Peterborough are the team collecting the win. And that will be a big blow to Hull season if they lose it like that. So next game is Middlesbrough going up against Barnsley. That's a huge game now. Middlesbrough Barnsley. What has to be a must win for Barnsley at least. Oh mate. You've got notifications on. Thank you so much, Regan. I appreciate that. God, I'm just doing some weird exercises right now just to keep my body stretched. Right, second half's just started between Brentford and Chelsea. We've got 4 games left. So this is the 8th game we're going through today. In fact, no, this is the 9th game we're going through today, actually. Learn to count, Alex. Right. This has to be a must-win game for Barnsley. I can't see it any other way. How on earth, would they allow themselves to not win this? But one problem I see with Barnsley is that they're not scoring enough goals. They're really not. And that's going to be their downfall if they're not careful. I think people are just watching the game. We were doing so well with viewers at the start of the stream. But I think people have just gone and watched the game. And you know what? To be fair, I partly don't blame them. Tavernier. Oh, gets tackled, but I don't think it's a penalty. What console am I on? PS5. I don't really want to share it, but yeah, PS5 is what I'm on. If you're asking me how I got it from Shop 2. So that's basically a little bit of like a smaller Amazon, basically, if that makes sense. And they had a stock of 25,000, and I was 23,000 in the queue. So literally only just managed to get it. It was absolutely crazy. God, it's telling me if that streamer mode's on Discord at the moment. Right. 22 minutes in, still no goals between Middlesbrough and Barnsley here. So Middlesbrough picks up a good win against Peterborough, 2-0. Not great football, but they ultimately got the job done, and that's what counts. Barnsley, however, still, in jeopardy, really. 1-0 defeat against Reading. It's not looking great, isn't it? I've reiterated that they're just not scoring enough goals, and I just don't see where their next win is coming from at the moment. I would say Middlesbrough away, not really an easy game, but based on how poor Middlesbrough have been, could be a win. But nowadays, confidence of Barnsley has just gone way down, way down. I tell you what, I am going to be nervous knowing that Chelsea are now playing the second half against Brentford. Because really, as soon as the stream ends, I'm definitely going to be watching the game. If anything, the game might actually end before the stream ends, which is going to be painful for me to know. But in the end of it, I had to stream today. There was no way I could do it tomorrow, based on lack of time. God, but honestly, best case scenario is a win. Don't even care if it's by 1 goal or 2 goals. A win is a win. Right, here comes Spora with the cross. It's a poor cross, it's well defended. Got Liverpool already scoring 22 goals this season. They are proving to be a really good team. Ooh. I'm so sorry guys for yawning, but my views have completely disappeared on the face of the earth. It's called Woodrow. Oh, too heavy touch there, and it's half time. Oh, it's not looking good for Barnsley. Woodrow injury too. Excuse me. Tell you what, I am absolutely starving. That's one thing I could definitely say. I'm really, really hungry. No, I have had lunch. I won't lie. Yeah, I have had lunch, but ages ago. Absolutely ages ago I've had lunch. Callum Britton now. Well, he's trying to tackle Tavernier, looks like, but he's tackled well. Fair play. Wow. This game has definitely not been something, to ride home about. No chances. Could really be what this game might be in real life, to be fair. You would argue that Middlesbrough home foe are actually not being too bad, so they actually might be okay. But just no crosses are finding the players. And part of my nervous energy is part of me knowing that we are playing in a game with Anthony Taylor in charge. What we need is a second goal. And then I'll start feeling a little bit more comfortable again. That's what we need. Our away form though has been alright though. So, I'm not going to jinx it. I won't jinx it. I refuse to jinx the game now. What a really better time to jinx it rather than now. But yeah, right now I'm just trying not to pay attention to the game because it's really going to stress me out. That's why I can never do watch-alongs. I'll just get too invested in the moment. What I will be doing is that I'll be watching the United stand later. Let me get that again and not yawning. and being so rude. So later I will be watching United stand, finding that Man United lost. I think we're going to get some good content tonight. Could be quite a long video tonight, but we're definitely going to get some content. That's for sure. Oh, chance for Barnsley, and they scored! I did not expect that. Barnsley have just scored. Literally out of nowhere. Leia is scared with the goal. That'll be his first goal for Barnsley too. Wow. Okay, so cross comes in the box. Just too much space. And Leia is scared scores in the 81st minute. I won't lie, I did not expect that result. I really did not. Especially FIFA doesn't really like predicting. FIFA doesn't like predicting Barnsley to win. Owen, what's this all about? I'm sorry, but if the girl is not into you, then maybe But you see, okay, I'm in two minds about this really, to be honest. So, if you're tight, you shouldn't be scared about someone talking to another one, or another girl, or whatever. But at the same time, it depends what you've established with them, really, to be honest. I mean, it depends on Harry's approach, I guess. You're gonna have to give me some context of what's going on down there. Like, have you got your girl on stream? Well, I mean, I don't get what's going on. Right. That threw me a bit. Full-time whistle's gone between Middlesbrough and Barnsley. 0-1 to Barnsley. That's a good result for them if they can get that. Next game, I don't know. In fact, no, I should know. Oh, it's Preston. I definitely would have known. So, Preston against Coventry is the next game, like so. Let's do their pink kit there, and like that. There we go, straight to kick off. Very quick. Marcus Schopp is the Austrian Jan Sievert. You know what? I partly agree. I really partly agree. Problem is, I actually think Jan Sievert tried to make Huddersfield play some more expansive football. Marcus Schopp, for me, very, very defence-minded. Almost too defence-minded for me. They're just not creating enough. As simple as that. And if your team's not full of confidence, they're not going to perform no matter what tactic you do. So I'm not talking much. I mean, because part of the reason is that I'm keeping my eye on the Chelsea game too. We've apparently scored with our only one shot on target, which makes sense for how close this game has been. Our first game against Brentford in League Game 2. Wow. History being made, but we need to score another goal. 1-0 is not going to do my heart any favours. Either way, I'm going to be drinking if we win or lose. It would either be drinks of joy or drinks of sorrow. I want to be drinking with joy for the fact I got 800 subs, which I can only thank you guys for. By the way, if any of you have not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber we get now is one step closer to 1,000 subs. And we could officially be under 200 subs to 1k subscribers tonight. And I did talk about, one thing being destiny. If you remember, the first video I did on my channel this year, 2021 that is, was my interview with Benjamin Bloom. Could we end the year with my final video of 2021 be the interview of BENHD that I've promised you guys? That'll be a full circle, and I actually think that would really sum up the year fantastically well. So it's up to you guys really. If you share and subscribe, that would definitely be possible. The reason why Sievert was poor was because he was extremely arrogant after 1 week. The team had enough of him, and he came in as but looked like he won 5 Premier Leagues. That's the thing. I think what was worse, maybe his approach to when Huddersfield were relegated. was not right. I think Siva would have had to be a lot more supporting and take the arrogant side out of it, you know. Oh right, okay, that makes sense. I mean, that term "cute" gets thrown around a lot. I have to say, it really does get thrown around quite a bit. But see, the match mentions when he was Huddersfield were hilarious. He was a character, but he was not like a character that was extremely popular with the Huddersfield lot. I'll tell them that. He's definitely was a good decision to rid of him quickly. You know, I didn't really see anything in their games that showed me that he was going to really kick on. I did hear he was at Mainz. I was pretty sure he was in the Bundesliga, but I didn't know he was at Mainz. Mainz are doing quite well, aren't they? Mainz, tend to be like a relegation-threatened team. Oh, no, okay, I was going to say he manages the youth team. All right, that's more realistic. I was going to say... I was definitely going to say, yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry, Siva, but first team management's not for everyone. Stick to the youth team, stick to the B team, where you thrive off best. That's all I'd say. Right, Coventry looking the better team at the moment. They're in the box. Preston do. Alcid Stitches as his match reaction against Brighton. I'm trying to remember what game that was, and what a start for Coventry. So, I remember there was a game against Coventry where they drew 1-1. I think Brighton may have edged a win in... And if I know, with Sievert's game, that must have been when Brighton edged it, potentially. Carlos is our king. I can agree with you on that. Oh, it's half-time. Damn. He was the interim manager last season. Oh, right. Fair enough. That makes sense. I mean, I should really look at, other leagues, really, to be honest. But, yeah. Looks like Mattes B is going to start posting his vlog. I've just seen his community post. In fact, no, his vlog's already out. That's probably why people were gone at this stage. No, he's not posted it yet. He said 6:30, but he's not quite posted it yet. Well, I can't blame him. He's probably going to be uploading as he's travelling home. Brighton, 1-0 Brighton. Yeah, I thought it was 1-0 Brighton. Yeah, I remember that game. I do remember that game. There was just something that just sprang to my mind. I knew it was a close game. It was a rant. Well, that would have been when Brighton were in a horrific form under Chris Hughton. And this was the sort of game where if Huddersfield had any slight chance of survival, it would be to endanger Brighton more and to try and increase their chances of surviving. But they've ruined it. I think decisions didn't go their way as well, if I remember right too. So, I mean, most decisions don't go away in matches, but maybe in this one in particular as well. Looks like Coventry have won a corner. God, it's looking quite one-sided at the moment, I can't lie. Corner comes in. Header! Oh, off the bar! Oh, really close for Coventry to get a second. God, I'm just eyeing up that Brentford game. Really, I'm going to be so nervous if it stays 1-0 this long. Oh, jeez. I'm just not going to say anything more about that game in case I jinx it. I cannot be bothered with all of that. Honestly, the sooner the game ends, the more likely I'll be able to see my team play. Lost game because we didn't concentrate at one moment. Oh, wow. Set pieces as well is not great, isn't it? He kept on saying that Huddersfield were going to stay up even when they were like 20 points off safety. Oh, well. See, the thing is, if he had a bit of realism about him, he probably would do better off. And my cat's just arrived. For about the third time today, he's just arrived at my room. He might actually appear on camera too. He actually cannot leave me alone. Well, he's just trying to say hello to the camera. He's making a noise. Let's see if he actually pops up. Oh, there you go. Right there in the corner. Do you see him? There he is. And he's just burped as well. What a pig. Do you want to say hello? He's just being nosy. Nose off. Yeah, you know, you need to say the right things in interviews, and if you don't, you know, it's going to set you up for, you know, people not liking you, and unfortunately that's what's happened. I mean, I don't think of much, obviously, because I don't support Huddersfield and Jan Sievert, but yeah, I could say as a neutral fan, you know, did seem a bit of an idiot saying that, to be fair. You know, Huddersfield, one of the worst teams, you know, in the Premier League, in that season at least, with their points return, you know, saying that, you know, it's not really the thing you want to hear, to be fair. You would want to hear, you know, we're going to prepare for next year, but we'll do what we can here. But, of course, didn't really say that. Didn't really say that at all. It was almost like he was fighting a losing battle. So, yeah. Definitely understood why he wasn't that popular. I mean, that game at Brentford Community Stadium's really going to get me scared. Right, here comes Coventry again. Can they score a second before the end of the match? I'm not sure if they are. Looks like, oof. Yeah, definitely not a pen. Looks like press and defend it well. Right, there's so much stuff I've got to do. So I'm already thinking about the stuff I've got to do tonight. So I've got to look at the graphics. Well, I've got to make the graphics for a start. I've got to record all the goals. Oh, Preston nearly equalised at the end, hitting the bar. Oh, Coventry fans had their hearts in their mouths. Can they score? It's blocked. If they lose the ball now, it's game over. They've lost it. It's game over. Wow, what a game. I think both sides hit the post. Or the bar at least. Wow, what a game. 1-0 Coventry full time. What's next game? So next game is Swansea West Brom. Yeah, I said that was going to be a good game. So Swansea and WBA West Brom. I'll do their black kit actually. I prefer that kit. He's talking to me now. 2 more games. So we've got Swansea West Brom. Can't really comment much on Swansea, but I can comment on West Brom. You would argue that they're probably not playing as well as they could, but it's always important to get your goals. You know, I'll probably be saying a very similar thing about Chelsea. Like, touchwood, if this stays as 1-0. It'll be a very similar game. You know, both teams will have their chances and... Oh my goodness me, well, West Brom have already just scored. Well, FIFA are going to definitely disagree with what I'm saying here. Alex Moore with a brilliant strike. So what I was saying is that, you know, we're going to get these tight games, and naturally, you know, you'll just say the more clinical team won. And West Brom in the end of it were more clinical. You know, maybe could be even more clinical than what they were, but it was enough, and that's what was important. Oof. Right, how are they doing with stats? So it looks like Brentford gained a bit more of the possession since I last refreshed it, but it's still 62-37, so pretty much 2/3 to Chelsea. Still we've not had a shot in this half. That's what I've noticed. We've had no shots in this half. I don't know if I like that, to be fair. I really don't know if I like that at all. I would rather see Chelsea having more shots at this stage, but you know, if you've got to win ugly, you've got to win ugly sometimes. Knock on wood that it still stays that way. Right, here comes West Brom again. Oh my goodness me, I thought Morat was good. It wasn't Morat, it was Carlin Grant. I thought Carlin Grant was going to make it 2-0. That was close. My goodness me, how's it nearly 7 o'clock already? Blimey. Time really goes quickly. Ooh, I just saw that chance again on my phone. I'm also watching the game on my phone just so I can have a good idea how the lag is going at the moment. I was actually not doing too bad until now, to be fair. Oh, right. Well, the United Stand highlights of Leicester Man United, I think are out. I don't think they are out. No, I don't think they're out yet. I need to double check actually. They will be out soon. What a strike that was, by the way. No, they are out. They were out 40 minutes ago. I'm definitely going to watch those later. 12-minute video. Oh, yikes. Why does this game look like it's going so slowly at the moment? I always need to check that it stays 4 minutes legendary. I assume it does. Right. Here come West Brom again. That right-hand side is really proving to be their strong suit at the moment, but they've just lost the throw. How cool is it, guys, that you see your comments right here? I actually think it's so cool just to see now you play a part on my stream. And actually, well, I mean, this actually, I need to move the alert box because the alert box was actually featured in my last stream because someone had subscribed to the channel. So I actually need to move it to the top right if it happens again that someone somehow subscribes to the channel. So I'm going to go into half time with 1-0 to West Brom. I can smell dinner, but I can't tell what it is. I don't think it's a takeaway. I mean, I had a takeaway last night, so I hope not. Right, half time. Half time, and it is 1-0 West Brom. So we've got 1 game and a half left of this stream. I need to remind myself what's the final game. It is going to be Reading Blackpool. That's it. Whilst I'm here, I actually need to do something really quickly. I still do this? This is basically, I'm planning an event that's happening this week. So I've already done that. And then this is the next thing I need. And I need to double check the timings too. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, the times are gone. Alright, so what does it mean? So when will you show you times for the circles for the name for and your turns user? It's going to be a problem, right? I'm going to have to deal with that later. So I'm booking tickets to Thorpe Park, right? And it's not being planned very well. And already we are... already a couple people have dropped out, and already we're losing tickets. So, and I've already paid for one of my tickets as well. So I really hope that I'm going, to be honest, because I really want to go Thorpe Park. Never ever been, actually. So definitely want to go Thorpe Park sometime this week, but at the moment it's not being dealt with very well. I mean, for a start, we've planned a time for the mazes because it's Fright Night, and right now the time that they want is not available now, so I need to actually tell them. I mean, yeah, I'll need to message them later. Cat talking again. This game definitely feels like it's going for quite a long time. I mean, it's probably because no one's talking and I'm just trying to fill the turn. Here come West Brom. I'm hearing no noise downstairs, which only could mean that we're doing okay, but... God, we're in the 72nd minute now. Dang. Might actually have time to watch the final 10 minutes, actually, of that game. Depending how quickly this couple of games go. Oh God, I forgot Norwich have actually got their second point on the board. It's, I believe, 2 draws in a row now, actually. But they need to beat Brighton. I don't even care. They have to beat Brighton. And they couldn't, obviously. Alright, here goes Swansea now. Okay. So the final couple of minutes of this FIFA simulator game, it's really been all West Brom, really. Swansea have only looked dangerous once, really, to be honest. And it's going down the wings. That's their strength. They've really liked going down the wings there. Looks like it's going to be quite a dull game in the end of it. And there we go. It's ended 1-0 West Brom full time. It's only what they deserve. So, last game to predict is Reading and Blackpool. MT War 01, welcome to the stream. Hello, indeed, welcome to the stream. If you are a new viewer, what I will say to everyone, make sure you do welcome him to the stream. I mean, for what I know, you may have been on my channel before, but name doesn't look too familiar. So yeah, if he is new, everyone do make sure you do welcome him to the stream. We always make sure we welcome all of our new viewers. Yes, it is 4 minutes. Gosh, it always seems longer for 4 minutes every time I simulate this. So, final game. Reading Blackpool. And normally I never really want to end the stream quickly, but knowing that Chelsea are winning at the moment, I'm going to be very, very tense, knowing that, you know, we could literally concede a goal any moment. We need 1 goal, pretty much, just for me to stay calm now. I never feel comfortable with 1-0 wins, guys. You know, you'd think as a Chelsea fan I'll get used to them by now, but nah. Hate them, hate 1-0 wins, to be honest. They're the best, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's always very painful. We've got to really be professional in our game today. So Reading right now, how on earth are they doing so well? So they're 7th place right now. Now, obviously, this, you know, could be affected if they get their points deduction confirmed. But I'm just saying, if they don't get their points deduction confirmed, they could have a half good season. I mean, Reading didn't start well, didn't they? And then Reading all of a sudden have now got their confidence back, and now they can. They've now seemed to remember how to play football now. And they're always a team that do excite me, Reading. I really do like the way they play, and what a player John Swift is, of course. Been involved in 13 out of Reading's 18 goals. Start of the day there. So as a percentage, that is 75% of Reading's goals. They come from John Swift, whether it's a goal or an assist. Just a crazy good player. Crazy, crazy good player. And I can't have any more respect for him. It's Junior Hoylett. Poor pass to try and find Halovic there. Blackpool just trying to defend it at the moment. Of course, they lost against Forest. I mean, Forest at the moment, they're doing well in their form. You know, I would agree on that. But Blackpool getting back into it, making it 1-1, you know, you would argue, you know, probably should have managed the game better there. But it happens. It was a very, very close game, and Forest got the better of it. And I think Forest did deserve it in the end. I mean, I might change if I look at highlights later in the stats, but based on what I've heard, they've deserved it. Blackpool win a corner here, 25 minutes gone. Oh, they try and win a header, but it's not quite enough. Southwood collects the ball. we're 77th minute now. This is going to be the longest 13 minutes. I'm telling you that. And please don't make 13 an unlucky number now. Right. Corner comes in, well defended. Unsurprised against Anthony Taylor. Nothing bad has gone our way yet. But knock on wood. Nothing has happened yet to us. Alright, back to this game. So Reading 0, Blackpool 0. I mean, if I was to predict this game, I'm thinking more or less, I mean, maybe Reading, you know? Maybe Reading, to be honest. Just Blackpool, I just don't know about them defensively, to be honest. That's the only thing with them. And Reading, the only thing I'll let them down would be their goal scoring. But I think Barnsley, whilst, you know, they have not scored, Barnsley are quite a difficult team to break down, which I think is why they did struggle to create more. But they got their goal eventually. And I think against this Blackpool side, I think they'll get their chance. I'll tell you what would be the worst feeling in the world is that if I watch the Chelsea game after this stream and we concede a goal. That would legit be the worst thing in the world. It would literally be the worst thing I would see. Right, Mbomo's hit the post again, I've heard. Come on, guys. We've got to survive through this. Right, half-time whistle. 0-0 between Reading and Blackpool. Let's see what happens in the second half. Come on, guys. We need to survive. Oh, I'm hearing Brentford have been better. And that does not make me feel comfortable. They've outshot us. So Brentford have gone through a real spell now. So they've had 4 shots in the last 10 minutes. Blimey. Right. Well, we've got to be careful now. And they've hit the bar twice. Yeah. God, Chelsea. We need to do more than this. Come on, guys. We can't just be expected to sit back against Brentford. They just will not allow that. I know we'd probably be the favourites, but I don't care. Don't do what Villa did. You saw what Villa did when they sat back. They conceded 3 goals. And that will be us if we're not careful. So, come on, guys. Just 1 goal is all it is. And then we can be comfortable. And I can have a beer and relax. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm going to get a beer anyways. But that would be the best case scenario. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you what, the games of FIFA 22, they started so well. But now they're starting to remind me of FIFA 21s and be a little bit boring. And I hope not all of them are going to be like this. Okay, ooh, a bit of a clever ball. But doesn't find their way forward. Oh, he's onside. This could be a goal. It's a goal! I knew he was onside straight away. I think it was Hoylett with the goal. It was Junior Hoylett with the goal. Wow. Right. Junior Hoylett, what a comeback. Right. I'm hearing nothing happen at the moment. So we're in the final 25 minutes of this simulation of the final game of this stream. God, my heart is pounding like mad due to the events in the Brentford Community Stadium. I'm hearing we're clinging on, and I really do not want to hear that. Come on, guys, we've got to react. We've got to react. Got to react. I mean, give me 3 minutes, I'll be down there, and I'll be seeing it with my own eyes, probably shouting at the TV more like, right, that's a brilliant pass, and what a brilliant goal. What a brilliant equaliser for Shane Lavery for Blackpool. Brilliant pass, and a brilliant equaliser too. Right, pass, it's through the defence, brilliant ball, and a brilliant goal. I think all the people gone are actually watching the game because it's proving to be quite a tense game. And I don't blame them. I'm definitely going to be watching it after this stream, which will literally end in about 2 minutes now because this is the final game. Can one team find a winner? They're 1-1 at the moment. One thing I do fear about Brentford is their press. Their press is like up there for one for best. I would even dare say in the league. So if we don't deal with the press well, then we are ultimately going to suffer. This could be a goal. No, it's an unbelievable save by Chris Maxwell. What a save. Corner comes in. Header. No, it's not like it's defended well. No, it's kept in. No, it's booted out. Right, this might be it. Unless Blackpool do something special here. Looks like they're just passing out from the back. It looks like it's going to be a dull end to this alright game, I would say. It's not one of the worst games I've seen. Unless there's a bit of space for Anderson here. No, it's well tackled by Dele Bashiru. And yeah, I think it was Dele Bashiru. And that will be the end of that, I think. Full-time whistle's gone. So, guys, that will wrap it up for this stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know not many of you are here now, probably watching the games, but thank you guys so much for the support in the stream. I really appreciate it. If you've not hit the like button, please do hit the like button. It does really help the stream. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it. It does really help the channel. And please do share this channel and this video to as many people as you can. All of that really helps. Now, I'll wrap it up. I'm going to go downstairs and see Chelsea play the final 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if you saw me at the stream. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.